Philly sports, love and pain. I'm Dave. That's Kenny.
I'm back.
Impeccable timing.
You like that?
Kenny is back,
I
bitches.
am back. Still depressed about my career, but happy I'm married. So some things are going well for me.
Hey man, it's like everything kind of just like lines up eventually. It's like one thing at a time.
Yeah, it's so funny because like I had like I woke up this morning, because my grandmother died. I wake up this morning and I'm like, all right, it's gonna be a good. I'm gonna crush this career. And then literally I get into work and I'm like, fuck this career, man.
Womp womp
Yeah,
womp.
I hate you so much. I will tell you
uh,
though, is that Chrissy knows that when I'm upset, the way to my heart is food,
mm,
and my wife, I can say that now
you
legally.
can officially.
She made me homemade coconut shrimp for dinner with
Yo,
that like orange spicy sauce. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, dude.
I tell you what, the woman knows her way around a fucking coconut shrimp.
Nice.
It
That's
was good.
awesome.
You
That's
know what
awesome.
isn't good?
Eating coconut shrimp every day.
Yeah, or Doc Rivers' third quarter management because he's a fucking
Oh, here we
asshole.
go. Here we go.
I'm done. I hate him. I'm
Welcome,
back. I'm
welcome,
back.
welcome to the land of Philadelphia where we hate coaches and we love none.
No, seriously, it honestly is a hard debate, but Doc Rivers is fucking stupid sometimes. Listen, if you don't watch anything, you could just watch that Pacers game, and that's the Sixers' season against inferior opponents, right? Go up 30-27 yesterday. We go up 30, sit and beat.
Well, okay, so pause. What is he supposed to do? He
Okay,
he has done. Listen, he's done a pretty good job changing up the lineups. Like he's
no,
done a
I
pretty good job,
hear
like
you.
not sitting Embiid and Toby and Harden all at the same time. Like
Listen, if they go on a run and they cut it down to 12, it's time to check the big boy back in. Seriously, you
okay,
can't
and
just.
then here's the problem: you can't have it both ways. And I'm not saying you. I'm saying
Yeah, I
like
know.
the you. Like all day on sports talk radio until everybody got fired up
News
about
radio,
and still
KYW. Oh,
and
sorry.
still before everybody got fired up about Dr. J, which we will touch on, of course, because we have to. Um, everybody's like bitching and moaning about Doc, right? And it's like Doc doesn't know how to coach his way out of a paper bag. Okay, great. Then you have the people who are bitching and moaning about the amount of time and amount of things that Embiid is doing right now because the games quote unquote don't mean anything and it doesn't matter and Embiid is playing too many minutes.
Who?
Okay,
Ugh.
you can't have both fucking sides, dude. Like you got
Okay.
to pick. Okay, like do you want Embiid to play fucking 40 a night, and
Yes.
then everybody stops sucking on Doc's dick? Fine, but then you can't complain about Embiid playing 40 a night. Then
Okay, but the problem is, right? You can't play Brooklyn in these first two rounds. Okay?
they're not ready for Brooklyn.
No.
Well, Brooklyn is flawed, but they got Seth back, and now they'll probably get their mojo back because Seth was a huge, huge piece of that puzzle. And when they lost Seth, they changed and they turned into a piece of shit, honestly. And then Kyrie started playing all the time, and he wasn't as fresh because now he's allowed to play, and fucking all of a sudden they're like a little kind of weak.
No, I
That happened.
hear that. But I don't give a shit. They can't play Brooklyn in that play-in game. Or you know what I mean, like that first series. So like you have to win. You have to keep doing what you're doing. And it's crazy to me is that and I really wanted to bet the game last night, but I was just like emotionally like trying to find where I could sneak my number in because it never really got that low. Even how close it became, the number was never lower than 7.5.
That's what I bet. I bet 7.5.
I wanted to, but I just wasn't. And then I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh shit, Embiid's going to come back in. And then it was over. And then they put him in, and the game was over. And that's what I said when DeAndre Jordan fouled out. I was like, oh, well, that just makes it so much easier.
That's
Doc has
funny.
no
That's
choice.
funny, Kenny. That sounds like MVP type play.
Well, not according to Dr. J. What a cuck.
What a dick, dude.
Yeah, that's like shut up.
I mean, listen, he did say at the beginning of that statement, he was like, I think that, I want Joel to win. He did say that.
It's not that.
But then he's like, but Jokic deserves it
I don't. You know
more.
what? I don't actually really even care that he said that. The carrot comment is what has me fucked up.
Oh, because Embiid is using that as like a way to be good,
Yeah,
I guess.
what are you talking about? If that motivates Embiid to win an MVP, then let it motivate him to play better. I don't under who gives a shit.
Isn't that what everybody doesn't every fucking athlete have a carrot? Whether it's the MVP trophy or if it's an NBA Finals trophy, like everybody has a carrot. It doesn't even make sense.
And it's not like if the game was on the line and he needed to hit a three to get 50 points, and they were down 2 or 1. You know what I mean? He would chuck up a three, and if he makes it, he wins the MVP. But they lose the. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's
Yeah.
not anything like that. And you could talk to anyone if they're like, "Oh, do you want to win the MVP or the fucking championship?" No shit. And anyone that says the MVP is a Ben Simmons. So do we need to go on into it?
No, we don't actually. But Ben Simmons was officially ruled out for the regular season
And the fucking playing tournament.
and the play-in game. Yeah,
Ben Simmons is like,
games, maybe games.
oh man, what is that dude's problem?
He's a piece of shit.
No, I hear that.
What?
I mean, I don't think he came from like. There's a lot of like,
He's the laziest millionaire I've ever seen.
yeah, it's like he's not even like a rags to riches kind of guy. Like he was taken care of in Australia and shit. Like it's not
I
like
don't.
he didn't have money
Yeah.
growing up.
I don't know like his history, like all like that. But all I'm saying is, if you make it to the NBA, you had to work hard at some point. So like, why all of a sudden did you stop? Like, I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
just a kid from Akron. That's another fucking. I can't
Man,
believe I rooted for that guy.
I don't have a problem with him. Like he's getting a little annoying as he gets older. I will say that.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, and like how he left the game yesterday with like 30 seconds left. Like, dude, this is your fault. We're talking about
He-
LeBron. We're talking about LeBron, by the way.
right. Like I mean, LeBron basically assembled that squad. So
Like you got to sit there and take it on the chin.
now he walked out.
He's
That's not the first time he's done that either.
No, he's notorious. Does that shit.
Yeah.
The Sixers aren't ready to win a championship this year, but next year they'll re-sign Drummond. I'm confident of that.
They really could. But the problem with that though is that Drummond can probably earn more elsewhere though. So
Okay, but in his career,
I know what's more important, $3 million or an NBA title. I don't know.
well,
don't
and what are we talking about? We're talking $3 million or $1.5 million and an NBA title. I
Well, it might
take
be
that.
like 12 or 10 or whatever. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I don't know what the fucking number is. I don't care what the number is. All I'm saying is that like he's been in the league long enough where he has money. He should have shit saved up. That a couple $1 million should not make it make or break.
Yeah. Well, we'll see about that. I don't know how that's all going to go, but what's hilarious to me is is that we're sitting here and we both agree that the Sixers are not really going to win the title. Like they're
Nah.
not like they're not it's not like they're the odds on favorite. No way they're going to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not that.
I
So and in the same time, we're like, you know, Doc sucks. And it's like, okay, but you literally are saying that the team's not good enough to win. So like, does he?
mm,
I,
no. I know where you're trying to go with this because this is your classic defense
truth.
system.
It's the
No, it's
truth,
true.
though.
But this is your like I've battled this defense for the last couple of years, so I know where you're trying to go with this bullshit, and it's
It's
fine.
just logical. It's just logical.
I
That's all.
hear you.
But sometimes things aren't logical in sports.
And my problem is, who do you replace Doc Rivers with?
Yeah,
I
like,
don't
you want a
fucking
young
know.
guy, you know. I don't. I'm not the kind of dude who like knows all the coaches sitting waiting in the wings to come be a
I
fucking.
mean,
I have no idea.
Frank Vogel's available.
Yes.
I don't think he's a bad coach. I think he had a shitty situation. That's a classic LeBron burn you out situation.
Yeah, he's there.
The problem with Doc Rivers, A, is he's ugly. Okay. B, he needs a cane to walk.
He
What is going?
definitely his knees are fucked or something.
He's cooked.
He's like hunched over. Man, he is. Yeah, he's a little
But
rough.
but in all seriousness, I really think that his ego, and I can't let go of those comments he made in the beginning of the year. He's like, would you address Popovich like that?" No, because Popovich is legitimate, and you have done nothing.
That's not true.
What's
See,
he
that's the
done?
problem. Like it's not true. He has done things. He's been a coach in the NBA for years. He's got an NBA title.
Okay,
Like
that
he
was the
has done.
first that his NBA team that won that title was the Celtics, and that was the first super team that we dealt with in the NBA. That team was legit.
Okay, now I would love to have this conversation, and we should probably have more people in on it because I would love to do this. But I'm just gonna throw it out there right now as a caveat. Name a team that was not good that had a great coach that won.
The Mavericks when they beat the Heat, they had Dirk. That was it.
Okay, but they had Dirk.
Yeah, but every coach has one player that you can look at.
That's my okay, but my point is it's
And he had
never
three.
the coach doesn't win the championship.
Bang.
The coach doesn't win the championship.
Yeah, but he can lose you a championship. Is my whole fucking point.
But your point is that he losing games because the guys that he puts in can't make a basket.
No,
That's a bad argument. You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
saying that his rotations are fucking whack. Is all I'm saying. If you're up 27, I can't understand this. If you're up 27 points and they make a 12-0 run, it's time to check him back in for a couple of minutes to slow the pace, and then you pull him again. Oh, it fucks up your rotation. That's fine, but you don't blow a 27-point lead. That's where I'm getting frustrated, and that's why I think it's ego driven.
But don't you? But
Like I'm the smartest fucking person in this building.
I do think that he does feel that way sometimes.
But guess what?
But I also
He's
think
not.
I know, but I also think that that might also be like a defense mechanism because he's a coach in Philly and he knows like what the media is like in Philadelphia. He knows what the fan base is like in Philadelphia. So maybe he's trying to be a tough guy.
You mean the media that can't look up and see that Thibault's not the one that's unvaccinated? And honestly, why the fuck are we even talking about it anymore? Who gives a shit?
Listen, man. I saw the report. It just came out like a couple hours ago about how Thibault is not making the trip to Toronto or he's not available for the game or whatever the statement was. It was very vague. And there's no reason given for why he's not going. So what happened immediately, folks with the white check mark in Philly uh started to blast the dude on Twitter. And they're like, "Oh, we finally found out who the unvaccinated Sixer is." Like, "Oh, we found that fucking snake in the grass, bitch." Okay. Well, there are two articles that are surfacing on Twitter. Um, you know,
John
that
Clark. Do you see John Clark tweet?
no.
But Steve Thibault is ineligible to play the Sixers game in Toronto tomorrow night. So that answers that question. Sixers would be without him for road games in the playoffs as they face the Raptors. Sixers right now face Toronto in the playoffs. We don't know that. Like, no,
I
we
don't
know.
I don't understand why people are saying this as fact. Like there are literally source articles that say that Thibault is vaccinated. Uh, So one of them was written by Keith Pompey, who is, like a known Sixers beat reporter. So like everybody needs to chill the fuck out, or we need to like witch hunt Keith Pompey because he's writing fake shit.
Okay, I've done a
You know,
little. I've done a little dive.
turn your speakers down a little bit. I think I can hear
Don't
myself over
fucking
there.
tell me what to do, Ted. I
Okay,
really
give
hope
me
no
give
one
me
work
the
listens.
give me the knowledge.
All right, so I'm still annoyed that they're fucking tweeting that or talking about this, but it says that they changed it in April to where you need a booster, and he might not be boosted.
Okay, you know what? Then everybody can suck a dick, because listen, it was not like a big requirement to get a booster. Getting the vaccine was the number one priority for everyone, and if you didn't want to get it, that's on you. Questionable choice, but whatever. Do you? I guess. Whatever. In sports, it's highlighted because you're a public figure, um, and people rely on you to be there, and whatever. That's a different situation, really, than a normal Joe Blow, right? But
Well,
if it's because of the booster, that's even more bullshit.
so they're claiming, and this is Canada, which don't even you want to do a whole podcast on why I hate Canada?
Blame Canada.
Apparently it actually has nothing to do with the booster. It has to do with when you got your original vaccination, and how much time has passed. It's all this silly fucking Canadian
Well, then I
bullshit.
probably wouldn't even be able to go to Canada.
No, you can't. But this begs this gives you the big question. They don't need Matisse to beat the Raptors in round one.
No, they don't. It would be not. I mean, it would be obviously better to have him than not have him.
You probably
You're not losing offense, obviously, but you're losing D. I mean, he's a great defender.
you're
He's a great
losing
defender.
minimal offense.
Yeah, but you're losing basically 50% of the speed from your team,
Yeah, I agree
because
with
there's
that.
only two guys on the team that are fast. It's fucking Thibault and it's Maxi.
Yeah,
Everybody else is a fucking Neanderthal.
he said Neanderthal.
They lumber. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
all of them. Uh, Toby has a little speed, kinda.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, he's been playing a little better.
He's tell you what. That last game was kind of whack because everybody was just draining shit.
Franchise record for threes.
Franchise record. The franchise. That's what Joe's calling him. Calling him the franchise.
They're still a couple pieces away from winning a championship.
Yeah, because they're slow.
Slow coaching. Who said that? Rado said coaching. Can you believe he came over and took the mic and said fucking coaching?
I'm gonna make a diagram. You know those diagrams where it's like I can't remember the name of them, but like it's like a plot diagram. So like you ask yourself a question, and then if the answer is yes, you go one way, and if the answer is no, you go another way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a diagram for the Sixers games, and
That's,
it's gonna be pretty funny.
that's
But
actually gonna be funny.
like, because you know exactly what's gonna
Yeah.
say. Um, I just I don't know, man. I think the Sixers are gonna end up in the 4 seed. Um, I know right now they play Toronto, and who knows? Maybe they end up in the 3. It's really hard to say. They're in the 4 right now, matched up with Toronto, and you know, were you leaving?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Okay.
Hey, Crohn's is a medical condition, and I don't think there's enough awareness out there about it. I gotta poop.
And cut. Hello, YouTube people. I think there's a couple of y'all out there. Want to ask me what my favorite color is? Oh man. It's a good guess, Jason. It is blue. stoked. What'd you say, Gordy? That makes sense. I haven't even looked into the playoff scenarios yet uh, for the NBA because I know that they're going to end up right around the four. I don't even know if they could drop out of the four, right? But they could end up as high as two, technically. That's what I figured. Yeah. I gotta assume though, like if they don't need to win, they might sit Joe. I don't know though, with the MVP thing looming, who knows? Oh yeah, the play in situation is all over the map. But like you already know who's in though, um, because Washington is already eliminated. So it's just about literally figuring out who's 7, 8, 9, 10. But the teams that we know are already going to make it at least have a chance for the play-in game at this point. Sit Harden, yeah. End of the season always does, dude. And then when the playoffs start, forget about it. By the way, the odds makers got their heads out of their asses with the Flyers, and the Blue Jackets are favored tomorrow night. That's right. That was the easiest steal of all time. Flyers favored over the Blue Jackets the other day. Now, listen, I get it. The Blue Jackets had lost a bunch of games in a row. The Flyers were home. Like this scenario made sense a little bit, but minus 150. Ugh. Jay, do you watch golf at all? By the way, the Nets are down 17 at halftime to the Knicks. Golf is not boring. Kenny's coming back. I hear him.
Oh boy.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
All right. So I was talking to Jay and Gordy in the YouTube chat.
What'd they say?
And we're just talking about bullshit. Talking about like the seeding and like uh Jay says golf is boring.
Mm.
All
I
right.
tend to
So
agree with that.
all right. So how do we want to get back into this?
What was the last thing you said?
We're talking about the seeding.
What'd you say?
We're talking about seeds. Playoff seeds.
Oh, you said you think there are 4, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter if they end up 4 or 3 or 2. I don't know. Really, it doesn't matter much. Um the Eastern Conference, everyone we already know who's making the playoffs. The eliminated teams are eliminated. So the teams that are making the playoffs or the play-in game have already been decided. It's just a matter of figuring out like final seeds. Really, it's it. Um, so I don't know. It would be nice. It would be nice to get a nice easy matchup in the first round. But as long as they don't see Brooklyn, I think it's okay.
Can can Cleveland beat Brooklyn for one game?
In one game, yeah,
I think so too.
fuck yeah, they can. Dude, the Nets are losing right now to the Knicks by 17.
Is Jared Allen playing?
I don't know.
They're not gonna. I mean, go bet Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet Brooklyn. It's plus 7.5.
Brooklyn's plus 7.5.
The money line's plus 285 to win.
Oh.
That's teetering towards some fun, buddy. Can they win?
Durant has 9.
Can they win?
I mean, they can.
I mean, I've bet crazier shit.
um. So yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to talk about with the NBA, right? Like, it's seeding, it's hashed that out, and it's let's get to the playoffs and let's see what happens, right?
No, I tend to agree with you. Again, I'm just worried about. Tell me not to bet this because I kind of want to bet it.
Bet it.
All right, I did. I mean, that's value right there. Plus 285 against the Knicks.
Yeah, it is value, 100%.
Listen, the Bucks scare the shit out of me.
That's fair.
The Sixers don't have an answer for them. I think the Sixers can beat almost anyone else.
They can definitely beat Boston's tough though when they're like firing, but they got injuries right now, so
I mean, it's a 3-way tie, 2-3-4.
well, they don't have injuries. I think they only right. So that's what we were talking about a little bit. Like the Sixers could end up as a 2, right? And then that puts you in a tricky situation because technically you could end up playing Brooklyn.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, before we get out of here, let's. I got it. I'm dying today. All right, they play Toronto tomorrow. Okay.
You want to talk it out? Yeah.
Yeah. Probably a win. Then they got the Pacers. I kind of like the Pacers to win that game.
Really?
A little vengeful, little bullshit coming back,
Okay.
and then Detroit. So 3 games left,
Halliburton throws up like 35.
which is crazy that Sacramento even traded him. I don't understand that. Um, all right, they're probably gonna go 2-1. They're gonna go 2-1.
All right. So you think Embiid plays every game,
If he wants to win the MVP, I think he's gonna have to.
and he still might not win it?
I don't think he's gonna win it.
I thought about hedging on Jokic because I have Embiid. I already have an Embiid ticket.
What is it right now? Do you know?
Um, I don't know what it is right now. I think Jokic was like minus 300.
Minus 300.
Yeah,
I mean, that's it.
that's pretty much lock city, right?
He's minus 250 and Beats plus 200.
Yeah, on DraftKings, Jokic is minus 320. That's whoop. That's
Are
let's
we?
let's
Are we?
that's n-
Are we
none
in the
of
same league?
what?
Oh my god! I shouldn't have looked at any of this. John Morant's minus 900 to be most improved player of the year.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know, man. Embiid, the if you listen to the odds makers, and which a lot of people do, they're telling you that that Joel Embiid is not going to win the MVP.
He's not going to win the MVP
Okay, so if that's the case, then why does he play all the games?
because I think he's prideful and he's gonna think that he can.
Okay, I
I
think you're right. I think you're right. I mean, I'm
I
not.
mean, I
I'm not
just don't
arguing.
see. I don't see a scenario where, especially like Vegas is never that off.
No,
A minus 320. That's like the worst loss ever.
he'd have to get hurt. I don't even know if that would matter.
I mean, does MVP go into playoff consideration or it's just regular season?
Regular season.
It won't matter.
Well,
And you know what's funny is that like they're like, oh, the Joker played in every game. Embiid missed 1 game.
he had COVID,
Oh, I forgot about COVID.
but he had COVID though.
Yeah, no, it's still. I forgot
That's
about
not
that.
an injury. Like that's not like a choosing to be out thing. Like,
Yeah, and that was early on.
how do you hold that against him? It's fucking COVID.
Well, if you can hold people not being boosted and you can put people in concentration camps for not having the vaccine, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Well, here's the thing. Uh,
Zero shot Embiid wins the MVP. So if that's our case, and he doesn't know it because he's not gonna, he's not gonna do that. And also, do you want him sitting for 3 games? I don't really want him sitting for 3 games.
no, I don't either. I don't. Maybe no.
And if you don't
Gordy
sit,
mentioned maybe you sit Harden.
I probably do. Who are we
Yeah.
fighting with? Okay, so Boston, Milwaukee. That gives you, it guarantees you a loss in that column.
Right.
Milwaukee, Detroit. Oh, really? Oh no, there it is.
What? Oh, really? What? We're on
I
a
thought
podcast.
Boston only had one more game left. Boston has Memphis to end the season,
They only have one game left.
and they have that April 7th game.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, you're right. It doesn't fucking matter as long as they avoid the Nets in the first round.
Yeah, I don't want to see the Nets.
The first round should be walkable. Should be a 5 game win, and then you gotta show up the second round.
I have a plus 700 ticket on Joel to win.
He's not winning.
I bet it in January. And I'm wondering if I could probably hedge it, but I'm gonna have to basically give up almost all the profit
Yeah,
because
what's
it's
it's not
minus
worth it.
300. I should have probably hedged it a couple weeks ago. That was dumb, but that's okay. So we have other important things to talk about.
What do you got?
We have dinger season starting on Friday.
You can put it on the board. Dude, I'm actually hype. I'm hype.
It's high. It's deep. It's out of
Do you
here.
know what that's from? I'll be amazed if you know what I just did there.
No, I don't know.
Slugfest 2003.
Oh my god,
Alex Rodriguez was on the cover,
I remember it.
and that was Paul Konerko's that was the Washington Red Sox, White Sox thing.
Yeah.
Every time someone hit a dinger, they're like, "You can put it on the board," and then they'd hold it. It's a great home run chant, seriously.
uh,
But Paul Konerko was a beast in that game,
yeah,
just so you're aware.
he was a beast in his day.
Yeah. The Phillies, I think I'm excited for the first time in 5 years.
That's great to hear.
It is, and I'll tell you what.
And here's the thing: I don't think you're alone,
No,
which I am very excited about. I'm excited that people are going to be excited about baseball with me.
I think they're a playoff team.
I think they're hands down a playoff team. I think they're going to win 90.
I think Jake nailed it on the head today.
I put
If-
that shit on my. I pinned that shit to my tweet.
You better hope. You better pray.
I'm leaving it. I'm gonna go down with it.
You better pray they don't implode because I'm gonna fucking destroy you. I think Jake nailed it on the head though. He's like Aaron Nola needs to pitch, like he's used to, and Ranger needs to hit like half his starts. You know what I mean, like he did from last year.
Yeah, I mean, the really the biggest question mark going in. I can't believe I'm saying this, but like, it's the biggest question mark isn't even the bullpen right now. The biggest question mark is Zach Wheeler.
Is he hurt?
He's just, yeah, he's got some soreness in his shoulder or whatever. Um, he's been doing light throwing. He hasn't pitched in a game yet.
Well, he's pretty elite. I don't worry about that.
Yeah, but like he's not throwing 100% yet. I don't think so. I don't think he's ready for the start of the season. So I don't think we're going to see him for maybe a week or two.
So again, we have Aaron Nola starting.
Aaron Nola starting home opener.
Who do we get on Saturday?
I don't even know if they've announced it that far out yet.
What?
I know that they have already announced the opening day starter.
Am I gonna see another motherfucking Zach Eflin game?
No, I think the last I heard, the second game was going to be Gibson. I don't know if they changed their mind. But I'm fine with Gibson. It's okay.
I know that, but that's laugh out loud funny to go to the ballpark and in hopes of seeing like an elite starter, and you got fucking Kyle Gibson day two.
But why do you want to see an elite starter?
No, I don't. I mean, I'd rather have like a 9-7 game, honestly.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like nobody wants to go to the ball. Let's be honest, right? Let's just have some real talk right now. Everybody complains about pitching. Everybody complains about not having it. I get it because pitching wins games unless you hit. Okay,
Wow.
it's that simple.
It,
It's that simple. If you can average five to 6 runs a game, you're going to win a lot of games.
no, I mean definitely, yeah, 100%. And listen, you've been saying this all of last year. Like the bullpen physically can't be that bad.
It can't be as bad as it was last
year. So if you win even 25% of those games,
dude, they had some games where they blew multiple saves in one game.
yeah, that's so fucking funny.
Like that's incredible.
Yeah, that's unheard of. I don't know. I'm honestly, this is kind of turned into like a Jay and Kenny adventure plus whoever, you know what I mean? Like now with like Chrissy and Lily, and now we've added, you guys and the Wickmans for sure. But like this has turned into like opening weekend. We've come the last 3 or 4 years.
Nice.
It's always a blast. It's always a blackout. That's the problem.
Yeah, it will not be a blackout for me on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, you got the boy coming, which is cool.
Yeah,
That's always exciting to see a
yeah,
kid at
man.
like a ballpark without
Grayson's
sounding as creepy as
Grayson's
that could be.
Grayson's second Phillies game, and at his first game, I caught my first ever foul ball. It's fucking incredible.
I like to watch little boys at the ballpark.
Yeah, yeah, you did just say that. That's a little
Yeah.
weird.
But it's just like, cause I remember when like that shit was hype. Like you'd be like, cause my dad never took us to that shit. You know what I mean? My dad's not into sports, so like it was always
Right.
so cool to like get down there and just like be a kid and like fucking
Yeah.
cotton candy mouth and
Oh, yeah.
a fucking novelty ball that you're like, I caught this. And listen, I'll go on record right now. If I catch a foul ball, I'm not so sure I'm giving it away.
Well, that's the greatest thing about having my son with me. I don't have to give that shit up. Give
Yeah.
it to my son, man.
And now Grayson is my son. If I catch a foul ball, get out of here. He's mine.
Oh man. So listen, I'm fucking hype about this squad, man. And like it didn't I mean, I didn't even need everything that happened to happen for me to be hype about the
Honestly,
squad.
an unreal, unworldly, ungodly offseason for the Phillies.
Ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
Who did we get first? I'm drawing. We got Kyle first.
Schwarber was first, and everybody was like, "Oh, of course they went for the cheapest guy." You know,
Oh, I didn't
okay.
even think
Okay.
that. I would have been thrilled with just Kyle.
Dude, people don't realize how good that dude is at hitting. Like,
Yeah, but he's a defensive liability.
oh, he's a softball player. Look at him. He's got a
Yeah.
beer gut. But the dude just crushes balls, dude.
Yeah. No, and then no way no way they signed Nick, and then Nick does the most savage thing of all fucking time. This motherfucker buys Ben Simmons'
He
house.
fucking buys Ben Simmons' house, dude. How fucking G is that?
Incredible.
Damn, that's a huge move. I hope
I
he
hope
lowball.
I
hope he
hope he just
lowballed him too.
I hope he just bulldozes it. Doesn't even live in it, just bulldozes it.
I hope he shoots free throws in the driveway.
Dude, could you imagine if he put out like a tape of him just draining threes? Holy! Oh, and by the way, back to the
gotta
Sixers.
do it now.
Back to the Sixers for real quick. Maxey had more 3-pointers than Ben Simmons in his career in the first half last night.
Oh, by maybe double.
That's unheard of and terrible and terrible.
So listen, man, the Ranger Suarez is the man, okay, and he's gonna be, I'm pretty sure, our like 1A and / like 1B. Like I really believe that, and I mean Ranger pitched today, and he went 3 2/3. He had a strikeout, gave up no hits, no runs. 3 2/3.
I hear you. What bothers me the most about this is that why did you have to find Ranger Suarez and why couldn't our management find him?
Well, they had him. I don't know why they were fucking playing with themselves for so long.
I mean, he didn't play what 75% of the games.
They used him in weird capacity, like he was coming out of the bullpen for a long time.
For the longest time.
Yeah, like he was coming out of the bullpen, and it was just time, man. Like they were like they give him a spot start, and he was like fucking lights out. Like what the fuck? What are we doing? This guy throws strikes, and he like shuts guys down. Why is he not starting? He was a starter, like in the like where like whatever he did before he fucking played for the Phillies in the minors or wherever he was. I'm blanking, so that's why I'm not saying it. He was a starter. So like, what are we doing? Let the guy start. Yeah.
Baseball's weird though, man.
I know.
I don't know. I'm excited though, and nothing's better than like a 1:00 game on a Thursday. Just fucking fire that bad boy up on the old computer at work and get yelled at for not working.
By the way, confirmed, Ranger is a completely Phillies dude.
What do you mean?
From the ground, like he's been with the Phillies.
Oh, we did one. We did one. We did it. Oh boy. Oh papa, we did one.
Man, I mean, he was. When did they draft him? Did they? They didn't. Did they not even draft him? I don't
They
even
probably
know.
Rule 9 drafted him. That's how we got Shane Victorino.
Yeah, I can't find. I can't immediately find his draft information, but he is from Venezuela.
Mm.
Um, and that's all I know.
Huh?
But I mean, he's just. I like him. I like him. He's got a thing, and
Well, we're gonna find out.
Eflin looks better. He looks
Yeah, we've been saying
improved.
that for a century.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see when everybody bails on them, right? Because you know what's going to happen, right? They're gonna have like 3 games because that's all it's going to take around here. Where like Schwarber, Castellanos, Harbor, and Real Muto don't, or I'm sorry, and Hoskins don't hit a home run,
Could
and
you?
and everybody's gonna be like, "Look, see, they need to have defense. They can't even hit the ball." Like I guarantee you, it happens.
There's gonna be a game, and it's
Thank
gonna be soon. It's gonna be soon. Where combined, they're gonna be like 2 for 30,
yeah,
and people are gonna be fucking pissed.
I know. And they're all going to want to fire Girardi because he can't teach them how to hit. And, he's not pulling the right strings out of the bullpen. Like, okay. Okay.
So this podcast is gonna go in a weird direction.
Tell me more.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of fucking baseball in between each fucking.
Yeah, obviously, we're not going to be able to talk about like individual performances, I guess, unless they stand out, but basically in between each podcast, we're going to have probably 5, 6, 7 games of action, um, which is I kind of like that actually.
Yeah, no, it's you got enough to talk about. Just the highlights, you know.
Just because in baseball, like that's the one thing that drives people crazy about baseball that don't understand it is that like you fail more than you succeed in baseball. It's just the way it is.
Well, I mean, yeah, no one's saying that a point a point 300 is a good fucking score in anything but baseball.
Literally.
Yeah.
So, for most people when they see a guy go 0 for 4 with 4 Ks and then the next day he gets 2 hits, the next day he gets 2 hits, next day he goes 0 for 4, next day he gets 2 hits, like people think that he sucks because he struck out 8 times that week.
Yeah.
But in reality, he's batting 400 with a slug of like 650. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no, definitely. I
it's
mean,
just
listen, there's things to look forward to. Honestly, I have less doubt than I've ever had about the Phillies.
isn't it wild? Isn't it wild like what like a couple star players will do for your squad?
Yeah, no, definitely. And listen, they have a good shot of like trying to acquire more later on too, you know?
They absolutely could be. They could be buyers like at the trade deadline. Just think about that. Like they could be. They could find themselves like in the hunt at the trade deadline and like looking for the low hanging fruit coming out of the fucking bad teams because we may finally not be one.
Yeah, no, I
Holy
mean,
shit!
yeah, there's some joy. There's some joy for sure.
You sound very joyous right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's some fucking joy.
Now you sound like the Macho Man.
No, I'm thinking like I don't know. It's just bleak as shit in Philly right now. As far as like I think you can put the Sixers championship at 12%.
12%.
Yeah,
Why are we going back to the Sixers?
I'm speaking, and then you have like the Flyers 0% chance.
Eliminated.
Eagles 35 at the most. Although their schedule's pretty easy. It is
35
easy.
to win the Super Bowl?
What?
To win the Super Bowl?
Yeah. So, oh, sorry. Yeah. I was thinking playoffs for a second there. My bad. My bad. So they're like under 10% to win the Super Bowl. Probably like a 5.
Yeah, probably between 5 and 10%, I guess.
And the Phillies, same thing, right? Like, so we're all hovering in this low, like, championship
No,
area.
no, I would call the Phillies a 25.
Really?
Yes,
Did the Braves die?
no, but
They,
but it doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter when you can hit. If they don't get injured, they can win anything. They can win against anyone.
yeah, but how many times have we been saying that? If they don't get injured, everyone
Well,
gets
that
fucking injured. It's too long of a season.
okay, but you can't like predict a season based on who's gonna maybe get injured.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm saying
Basically,
if they're healthy, they can make the playoffs. And once you make the playoffs, shit gets different, man.
no, definitely.
You know,
I'm just saying, like, it's like
25%.
it's
That's probably
bleak.
high. It's probably high.
It's
20.
bleak, but the Phillies are giving me a little hope.
The Phillies honestly have a chance to win the division this year. I believe.
Oh my god.
I already bet it.
I mean, I don't think it's a bad bet. The Mets always implode.
The Mets already look like shit. DeGrom's hurt.
The
Fucking Scherzer's
Nationals,
got a bad hamstring.
the Nationals are cunts.
Nationals are gonna fucking fall off the map. The Braves are gonna be good. Okay, that's fine. But like the Phillies are good. I think the Phillies are gonna be good too. So I think they're gonna compete. I think they're gonna be right there with the likes. It sounds fucking weird to say it, but I think they're gonna be right there with the likes of the Braves, the likes of the Dodgers. Um, they are going to be an elite baseball team.
Elite.
I believe that
You heard it here. Elite
because what makes a baseball team elite?
hitting.
Well, yeah, and like how many games do you need to win to be elite? 90? If you look at all the projections, like no one's really projected much above like 95,
Did
96.
Mickey make the team?
Yes, I
Mickey
believe he did.
Mooniac.
Moniak. He had 6 homers in spring training.
He just hit another one today.
Yeah. Bryce had 8 in spring training. 8 out of like 35 at bats or something.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
That's fucking nasty, dude. So I'm looking forward to the Phils and seeing them in person on Saturday. Big ups to Jay for the invite. Thanks, bro.
I too will be there.
Yes. And your new wife, your first public appearance.
Hopefully, it will not be like the Chargers game.
Oh, you want to remember it?
Yeah, that was a tough one, guys.
So speaking of the Chargers, let's talk about the Eagles real quick.
Kelly Green.
Kelly Green, that's not this year, that's next year.
Whatever. Also, did you see the Atlantic? Before you go, the Atlanta Braves are selling this World Championship burger for $151. That comes with a
Yeah, I
replica
have heard
ring.
about this.
They are also offering a $25,000 option that comes with a limited edition World Series championship ring.
Yes, if you want to be a nerd and have and quote unquote have a Braves championship ring, you can spend $25,000 and buy one. Fucking dumb. Burger's probably not even that good.
Did you see what's on it?
No.
A half pound of Wagyu beef with an egg, foie gras, a lobster tail, tomato,
What the
lettuce,
fuck? It sounds horrible. How are you gonna pick this thing up?
and truffle aioli, which is
Why would you ruin a Wagyu beef burger with with foie gras and a lobster tail? What the fuck? And the
Just-
bun looks fucking juvenile. What the fuck is that bun?
that looks like a Martin's potato roll. All I'm saying is, I mean, you could just take
At
all
least
that
get
shit.
some fucking brioche or something.
That is a
Paying
brioche.
$25,000 for that little ass bun?
That's a brioche.
That bun is too small, dude.
No, I agree, but that's a brioche.
Also,
Also-
that burger's thin.
Also, why is the lobster tail being on cheese is weird.
Lobster tail on a burger is just stupid. That's dumb.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pull if lobster doesn't have butter, what's the point of eating lobster?
You don't eat lobster on a burger. It's stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's stupid. That's a
If
bad
my
idea.
fingers don't look like a greasy fucking piece of shit when I'm done eating lobster, I didn't eat it right.
Oh man.
I love
See, look,
lobster.
the Braves are doing something else wrong.
All right, so you were gonna say something about the Eagles. Sorry.
I was just gonna say that the Eagles made a pretty important trade this past week, whilst we were in between podcasts. They traded some picks with the Saints. I'm sure everybody already knows this shit, but um, they traded. What does that say?
ESPN2 is
Oh, it's
currently.
in black and white, right?
Yeah, come on, just fucking. No one wants to.
Uh,
All right,
uh,
I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so the ESPN is showing the Nets Knicks game in black and white on ESPN2 because it's like some anniversary of something, right?
Yeah, 75.
Of what?
75 years of the NBA. It's blah 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 blah. Poppycock.
Yo, they should have pixelated it too, like made it not HD.
They should have just broadcast the game in Aruba, and you could literally just believe that you were in 1900
Shoot
fucking
that shit
12.
with a fucking camcorder.
Dude, that was I couldn't believe that shit. I like sitting there. I had no idea who was who.
You
Couldn't
can't
see
even
anything.
fucking read jersey numbers.
What you you couldn't even tell like anything. It was insane.
Nah, so the wild part about this trade is that um so they traded two of their first rounders for the Saints first rounder, right?
Yeah.
So they kept 15, they got 18. So now they're drafting 15 and 18 instead of 15, 16, 19, right? But they also got a first rounder for next year. So if I'm not wrong, did you check this? Um did you check the draft stuff to see where they shake out? Because I think they would have two first rounders this year, two first rounders next year, and two first rounders in 2024.
Really?
I'm pretty sure, dude.
I mean, talk all if that's true. Talk all the hate you want on Howie, but like he does it. He like, dude, he turned Wentz into like magic.
I well, and your boy Jay actually summarized like with the shell game of picks and players, like what happened with Wentz, and he like said, like he showed like basically what we've gotten for Wentz.
Oh yeah.
Um, it's wild, dude. It's wild.
I mean, it's a mark of a good GM.
It really is. It really is. I'm trying to find because I don't want to be a dumbass. Uh, but I'm trying to figure out if that's true. I'm pretty sure that they do. I'm gonna spend time fucking trying to find this right now.
Uh,
This website sucks. It doesn't even have 2023 right. Fucking idiots.
oh my god.
All right. Anyway, um, what do you? Oh my godding.
Someone just made a macaroni and cheese milkshake.
Ew.
Ugh.
That can't be good. Turn it up at least.
Watch
Put
this
it
come
near.
out.
Put it near your microphone. Oh,
Nice
nice and
and
chunky. What the
chunky.
fuck? Ah.
Ugh.
Oh my god, dude. That's nasty as shit.
I tweeted it.
All right, guys. Don't don't drink macaroni and cheese milkshakes. They don't look good.
Yeah. This podcast is getting off the rails.
It really is fucked now.
I have a new show that I've been watching, and it's fucking laugh out loud funny, man.
What is it?
It is
We've we've
Murderville.
we've we've just gone pop culture now.
Yeah, it's fine. Have you
Oh
seen?
yeah, Murderville. Yeah.
Have you
This
seen
is
that
like
shit,
the I've seen one, I think.
bro? This shit, I literally was laughing on the airplane uncontrollably. I was cracking the hell up, man. It is so basically it's Will Arnett and he has a script and he knows who the murderer is and he has a detective like, a trainee and it's like
Okay.
all famous people. It's Annie Murphy from Schitt's Creek, Sharon Stone, Marshawn Lynch, Ken Jeong. Um,
But they're improvising or what?
yeah, they don't know anything on the on the script, so they have to solve the murder. And like sometimes, like Will Arnett will put like an earpiece in them, and then he's like, "Say exactly what I say," and then he's like, the one was about like a food truck, and he he was like, "All right, tell Vinny Forks he's a fat fuck," and then Andy Murphy's like, "You're a fat fuck," and then Vinny Forks is like, "What'd you just say?" And Will Arnett's like, "Tell him you want to sell him pancakes." The shit, dude. I was watching it like when I was like getting high and going to bed and stuff. Um, I find it funnier now. You know what I mean? Like I watch half of them high, half of them sober. The show is so fucking funny. Like it's seriously worth the watch. It's
I'll check
just
it out.
it's 6 episodes, and the Sharon Stone one. Like I don't even like her, but she was funny as shit, man. It's like Will Arnett's like doing surgery, right? Because they're
Will
trying to.
Arnett is just funny, dude.
Dude, he's the funniest fucking guy. He's doing surgery because they're trying to talk to like a helper, to see if he did the murder. And he's like, I'm gonna put an incision here, and then like it just starts leaking blood everywhere. And then he's like, oh, get a coffee cup, and then he's like covered. And then he's like, I'm gonna put another incision here to stop the bleeding. And then he just cuts open the chest, and it's just blood everywhere. You know what I mean? And she's like, I don't. Sharon Stone's like, I don't think this is a trainee job, covered in blood. It was so funny, man. All right, I'm sorry.
I'll have
Off
to
the
watch
rails.
it. I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, worth it.
Guys,
Netflix sponsor us.
Kenny is back.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably had such a seamless, like, great episode because
No,
Gordy
actually I had technical difficulties. My computer literally turned off in the fucking middle, and then Gordy was just like fucking hanging by himself on YouTube for like 10 minutes or some shit. It was kind of funny,
well, it wouldn't be the podcast without a technical error, so
but it all worked out. It all worked out.
it always does.
So I don't know. I guess the biggest thing about the Eagles is since they've traded the one pick or the two picks, and now they only have two. Sorry, they only have two picks left in the first round only. um, from everything I'm hearing, it doesn't sound like they're going to draft a linebacker.
Well, they signed Kaiser White.
Yeah, so it also doesn't sound like they're going to get an edge rusher.
They're gonna
Which I
get a
don't.
job. They're gonna get a Jabbo in the third.
You think they're going to take a Jabbo?
Yeah, why not?
I hope they do, but I don't think they're going to do that.
I mean, you're probably not wrong.
Yeah. There is growing conversation that they will probably draft a wide receiver.
The
So-
dude out of fucking USC, right?
Well, no, that dude's going high.
You think?
That's what the mocks all say. A lot of the mocks that I see have the Eagles ended up maybe with Olave, but there's also some mocks out there that think that they might trade those two picks and trade up for that dude from Cincinnati, Sauce.
Who, the corner?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do we think that he like?
But like
I
he's supposedly like legit like plug and play starts right away.
Yeah, I don't. I get worried about it.
Why?
I just don't like Cincinnati.
Why do you hate Cincinnati so much?
I couldn't. Well, it's Ohio. It's not Michigan, but it's Ohio.
That's fair.
No, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't really have a good answer for you. I just get weary about schools that
You get
don't.
weary about taking like off conference.
Yeah, cause like,
Yeah.
you know how
I get
these
it.
schools are, man. They're like flash in the pan, and then everyone thinks, oh, these players are all gonna work out, and then it just never really, it never really happens. So I get worried
but
about it.
some of the greatest players of all time came from no-name schools, though.
I agree with you. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, it honestly, if you probably look at it, and I would think that a lot of no-name schools hit.
Yeah, I mean it's all about the talent.
Yeah, definitely.
But something else I saw that was kind of interesting, and then we can kind of wrap this thing up with a little bow. But Something else I saw that was a little interesting was that Jalen Hurts has been working with Tom House, who was the quarterback's coach instructor or whatever for Tom Brady, and a bunch of others, Drew Brees, and a bunch of guys have worked with Tom House on mechanics. So it's kind of interesting. A little tidbit I saw on Twitter.
Well, listen, if the Eagles take a quarterback this draft, they're fucking stupid.
No, I don't think they're gonna.
You got to give him another year. Then we can watch that pussy Carson Wentz cry on the sidelines at FedEx Field.
Why? Because he blew both ACLs in one play.
Man. I just read a tweet when I was taking a shit. Someone was like, I'm going to die on this hill about Carson Wentz being an elite if he didn't break his vertebrae and his ACL.
Yeah, but he did though. so like get off the hill, right?
Yeah, the hill is crumbling underneath you, my friend.
Listen, I got off the hill. I never really was on the hill. I was halfway on the hill. No, I just didn't understand why they got rid of him. It was dumb to me.
Who?
But now it's not dumb to me.
That's
That's what I'm saying. Like I was on the hill of why did we literally implode our entire championship team 2 years later? That was the hill I was on.
Wow.
And, it was weird, dude.
Ooh, Rodney McLeod's still a free agent.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
His career is probably over unless the Eagles throw him a bone.
Yeah, that's interesting. They might sign him to like some kind of vet min or something.
I don't even think he's that bad.
No. But he's still a free agent, so that says something.
Yeah, maybe he thinks he's worth more.
I have a really crazy like philosophy question about like football, but I don't know if I should bring it up right now because it's late.
What do you got?
But like I just have been thinking about this. Like the Eagles obviously are not going to be an elite passing offense, right?
Yeah.
So in the NFL, what is the number one thing that like every offense wants to be? Every offense wants to be an elite passing offense, right?
Okay.
So with that being said, that means that from a defensive standpoint in the NFL, you are completely gearing up your team to be able to do what? Stop an elite passing team, right?
Okay.
So my theory is that the Eagles have an opportunity to exploit defenses with a really good running attack, because when you build a defense that is meant for a passing game, it's not the same as stopping a running attack. It's not the same. So I don't know. I feel like in the NFL, if obviously like if it's like a chess match and you're trying to create a great offensive team, then all the other defenses are going to try to stop the passing game. So you can take the other route and kind of play chicken. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but normally, like, when you do that, that's only going to work for a game or two. Like, I think back to, like, every week one.
It can't work for a season?
Nah. Because they're just going to adjust. I mean, I know you have your personnel is the personnel, but if you're a good defensive coordinator, you can get one game out of your team to stop whatever that team's doing. It's like you remember that first game that Chip Kelly had I remember it was with Joe against the Redskins. He fucking Michael Vick. It was the greatest game I ever watched as far as like And then literally by week 2 and 3, it was like, okay, this team's not that good.
Well, because they couldn't get a first down. They go out there and they'd be like, boom, 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 punt. Like it was like, holy shit, did we get the ball? What the fuck?
No, you're totally right. So
yeah,
I hear you.
I feel what you're saying. I just, if you're gonna build, like, if you think about it from like the foundation, like the defensive line, like you're gonna try to build that defensive line with as much like speed as you can, not necessarily like big dudes, right? So like they might not be able to stop the run as well. I don't know. I was thinking about it. I was going down the rabbit hole the other day.
Yeah, but I mean, you just plug it with a linebacker, and then that opens it up, to the pass. So I understand what you're saying, but they're gonna figure it out and
play action.
Yeah, no, I know. But I'm saying like good defensive coordinators. Like if you're playing the fucking Giants every week, yeah, you can get away with it. But like good defensive coordinators aren't gonna let that shit fly. It takes 1 week of game tape to, change everything.
Well, that's the other thing in the NFL. You almost have to have like four different game plans
Yep.
and like choose A, B, C, or D. Like the week going in, like that's kind of what I feel like they need to do.
Nah,
Like,
definitely. So
but who knows, man? The NFL, the draft is in
2 weeks,
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. It's 28th, I think. Um,
That will be 1 year in this house.
the 28th.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Nice. Um, so yeah, we got real baseball coming up on Friday, home opener,
Yeah.
and it's odd. We're playing the Oakland A's. It's very weird. I don't know why, but
Well, they should sweep them.
should they?
Second worst payroll in the MLB.
Oh God, it don't matter about payroll.
The A's aren't good though. They
Nah,
that's another curious case of MLB right there. Like you had a really good team for 1-2 years and then you just we don't want it anymore.
it was very bizarre.
I don't know. I was hearing like some rumors that they're trying to get a new stadium, so they're just fucking tanking, but they would do the opposite, right?
Why does tanking get you a stadium?
That's what I mean. Like I just feel like people were just talking fucking shit.
They better be careful. They'll fucking move that shit right out of Oakland.
I mean, the Coyotes are gone, right?
They
In
don't like
hockey.
they don't like having shit in Oakland.
Wow. Would you?
um,
It's not safe.
the Coyotes are in Phoenix. What the fuck are you talking about?
I think they're moving.
To where?
I don't know. I heard they're gearing up because right now they're playing at like a practice facility,
Oh, I saw I saw that.
like a college practice, facility. So
If it's like 2,000 people or something.
yeah, it's
Hockey is sad, bro.
ugh.
My God. I watched the game the other day, part of a game. I can't watch a whole game. I might do it in the playoffs, but not if the Phillies are on.
It's done. Honestly, I probably won't watch hockey until they get rid of Comcast.
Stop it.
I'm serious.
You're lying.
I'm not.
You're not going to watch any playoff hockey? I don't believe you.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't
That's the
believe
problem when you stop giving a fucking October.
you. I hear you. I'm distant. I couldn't tell you I couldn't tell you what the rankings are of the conferences.
I know the Capitals are struggling this year. That's about it.
No. I know that Columbus is 500 because I looked it up the other day when the Flyers were for some reason favored over them, and I bet against them. And I took Columbus. That's the only reason why I knew. Oh man.
Yeah, so the Rangers are in the playoffs. Well, not
Yeah.
formally. Oh, they're actually having a good year. 45-20.
That's pretty good.
The Flyers, man, laughable team.
Sad, really.
Honestly, I don't know who the fuck is beating. I think Toronto. I mean, just that team's got a lot of speed, man. And speed wins.
Phew. I saw that Austin Matthews the other day.
Yeah, he's fucking good.
Fuck, man. He broke I think it was the franchise record, maybe.
Bro, there's teams that have lost 14 games. That's fucking crazy. Seriously, that's crazy.
That's like Bulls status.
They're at 106 points. That's the Avalanche. And how is the Avalanche 1.4 favorites to win the cup? I don't understand that fucking chart.
No, that chart was wrong, bro.
It had to be wrong.
Yeah, that shit was wrong.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah. Dude, the Avalanche are ahead by 15 points.
It's not even close.
What the fuck? Holy shit. I didn't know that they were that dominant. I knew they were really good. I didn't know they were that dominant.
And they're only going to get better.
That's incredible.
Yeah, we'll see. But all right, wrap this shit up.
Wrap it up. So we had Crohn's episode. That was pretty fun. Now, Aaron Nola on Friday. Get your fucking hats out. Get on the bus early because this team's gonna be good, and they're gonna give you guys something to root for over the summer. I'm banking it.
Me?
I'm banking it.
Ow.
And I'll be down there Saturday. Kenny will be down there. I think we're gonna see Gibson. So yeah. Oh, we get to see the DH for the first time ever in the
Oh.
in the NL ballpark. That'll be fun.
And I will be sober.
Until you aren't.
Yeah, we'll see. Wink. Wink.
All right. Thanks for hanging out, y'all.
Yeah, this is a weird fucking episode.
You took it really weird today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You did. You were all over the map, bro.
This is my brain 24/7. How do you think my wife feels?
Yeah, probably the same.
Yeah, it's not great for her.
All right.
Honestly, if you look at my brother and you look at his wife and my wife, what the hell are they doing?
Considering your brother was wearing most of the time at your wedding a shark costume and a pope costume.
My brother wore 1,000 hats on my wedding day. He was the priest.
He sure
was
did.
The best man. He was the pope. He was a shark. He was a dad.
Oh man! All right, let's wrap this shit up.
Last thing I'll say.
Okay.
I told Christina that Taking Back Sunday would shift the fucking wedding. I said it. I told the DJ. I said, you don't play that fucking song unless you see me. And then he comes over. I'm out of breath, right? I'm trying to chug this glass of wine. I'm out of breath. And he comes over and he's like, I'm going to play it. And I was like, no, you're not. And then he fucking played it. And then he shifted the whole thing.
Shit was a party.
That shit was out of control, man.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. It was a good
You
time.
you need a wedding guest. I'm for hire. I'll bring the fucking wood. There's a video where I'm like taking my shirt off, and then all of a sudden I look up and I see Chrissy, and I'm like, oh no! I gotta try to find that.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah, it's so funny. And my sister was like, Jill was like, every Chinosky needs their fucking handler.
That is fucking hilarious.
So, all
right, wrap it up. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing, liking, still hanging with us. We're looking forward to playoff basketball. Getting the start of the season for the Phillies, and
will we be in playoff basketball next podcast?
Is it that quick?
That's gonna alternate the schedule, by the way. Right?
You are possibly correct. I don't know.
Because if they play on a Tuesday, yeah, it's Sunday's the last game. They're gonna play right away.
It could possibly be on Tuesday night. We could possibly be podcasting the first game.
Oh my god.
Which is gonna be really great.
It's just gonna be us yelling.
We can screen share and then just complain live as things happen.
Oh no, we're good. April 16th.
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
So they give them a week off.
All right, there you go. Oh, then if they got a week off, then Joe can play every game. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too right now.
Right? All right.
McNewton.
Lock it up.
Bitch.
See you guys next week. Go Phils. Bigger season.